Hey Sagittarius, it's Meg with Padmes, and I'm doing your new moon, end of April into May energy check. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And we're going to do your love sitch spread. We're calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light. I don't want to talk to anyone else. What's going on, Sagittarius? What is going on with you? Well, let's see. We've got the World reversed, the Three of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 4 of Cups reversed, and 10 of Swords. So here we have complete emotional fulfillment. We have accepting some kind of gift from the universe when it comes to releasing something. Here's the 10 of Swords, and this is the end of something really difficult. We've got the World. There's unfinished business here when it comes to, I feel like this has to do with giving someone credit. Yeah, I'm even hearing whatever that saying is, give credit where credit is due or something. There's something that needs to happen there still in order to move forward. We have 2 10s here. And so there's something that's definitely come full circle, and the universe is offering some kind of gift. And there's the receiving of this gift, taking it, receiving it. I feel like also, Sagittarius, you are getting credit for something that's long overdue. Let's see. Let's do a little clarifying here. There's been a lot of focus on this unfinished business. Something's not complete, and there's been a lot of focus on it. And I even feel like someone feels like they've been betrayed because they haven't been given this credit where credit is due, something like that. It feels like, yeah, it feels like betrayal. This almost feels like when someone's passed over for a promotion or something like that. But this is a love sitch, so this is having to do with your love. Oh, I want to say love crisis. If there is a crisis, there's this 10 of Swords over here. That seems like something difficult was going on. There's some unfinished business that's being focused on, and it feels like a betrayal, like you deserved this and it went to someone else. And here we have the 3 of Pentacles again. And, this is all about self-validation. And that's ultimately where you're finding your happiness and validating yourself. Having to validate yourself, having to know who you are when other people are not acknowledging that. What's up with the 4 of Cups? Wow, we've got the 4 of Cups reversed and the 4 of Wands. Here's the 1111 card, twin flame card, marriage card. Ultimately, this can be a new house, a new relationship, walking through a portal into a new situation. I'm hearing somebody say something about talking themselves out of a situation. Let's look at this 10 of Swords. So this 10 of Swords, this situation, talking yourself out of a situation, I think that's even different though than what this is. Here's the 10 of Swords reversed. So this is the end of something tumultuous, something difficult. And here's the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a marriage card. It's reversed. This could be a divorce, or this could be following your own rules, not doing things by the book, not doing what everyone else says you have to do, or society or the collective or whatever. So let's see what's going on here. That's kind of an interesting situation. It feels like, it looks like you're not getting the credit you deserve or the attention you deserve. Having to self-validate and then walking into some kind of new situation and taking the opportunity from the universe to do this. It looks like the end of a situation, the end of something, an end of a cycle. But it also looks like something new and good is developing here. Let's take a look at your energy around the situation. Here's the Six of Wands, and it's reversed. Here you are talking again about this betrayal, talking again about kind of, ooh, I want to say being thrown under the bus, or like kind of, this is about being pushed off the pedestal somehow, or feeling like you're not being treated the way you need to be treated. And here's the Hierophant again. You're like, this is how I need to be treated. People need to level up. They need to commit. They need to follow the rules. And here are the Lovers. They need to do what I need them to do. They need to commit. They need to, this is union. This is make a decision in love. But this is kind of make a serious decision in love. It's not just, I don't know, it doesn't feel like just dating. This feels like long-term kind of commitment with the Hierophant here. And here's the Six of Cups. Here's a past life connection, soulmate connection. Let's take a look at who you're thinking about, Sagittarius. And here we've got the Five of Pentacles. The person that you're thinking about is talking about being left out in the cold. It feels something like they cut you off or you cut them off. They feel left out in the cold. And here's the Eight of Cups. And again, they're talking about somebody walking away, you walking away or them walking away, but it has to do with settling. Somebody left because they didn't feel like they wanted to settle. And here's the Four of Swords. This is a long, mean sleep. This is a long time. I think it's been a long time since this person's been in hibernation, or you have, and they're talking about you. Here's the Empress reversed. So your person that you're thinking of is also talking about, I guess this is also kind of a mirroring situation, because they're talking about not being put on a pedestal also. They're talking about being called out of their worth. They're talking about being made to settle. Let's take a look at the energy that the two of you share. Here we have the Seven of Wands. This is a protective stance. So you're both sharing this protective stance or defensiveness of some kind. And here's the Nine of Wands next to that. Same thing. Talk about wounded warrior, perseverance, not letting anyone through. Whoa, that's crazy. And here you have the Ten of Wands. This is like the need to release burdens, the need to release soul contracts and agreements. It's just too heavy to hold. Too heavy to carry. Look at all of these wands. Here's the Ace of Wands. Here's a passionate new beginning. So both of you are talking about having some kind of passionate new beginning, but not necessarily with each other. And here's the King of Swords reversed. There's some convoluted communication here or no communication. This would also indicate some lies and deception. There's a lot of thought going on around all of these things about this protective stance, this defensive stance, this wanting to release soul contracts and have passionate new beginnings, start over. It's like both of you are wanting to start over. And a lot of this thought process is going on. I feel like there's a lot of thought process going on too that is convoluted. It's like stories being made up somehow. Let's take a look at a possible outcome for the two of you, Sag. We've got the Eight of Wands. Possible outcome toward the end of April, beginning of May. Here's communication. Here's fast goals coming into fruition. And here's the Emperor. Somebody is taking charge of the situation. Somebody is owning their energy, owning their space. And here's the Six of Swords. Somebody is moving through the portal, moving through the rite of passage, moving on to calmer waters in their mind. Somebody's moving on. And the Four of Pentacles, this is still that protective stance, holding on to all the resources, not giving any resources away. You know, this can be kind of a scarcity type energy as well, holding on to it out of fear that the universe doesn't provide. And we've got the Hanged Man. So the outcome, it's like there's some kind of communication or some kind of goals being met. Someone taking control of their life, moving forward, moving on. And it looks like continuing to hold that stance of protection, but they're still in pause mode. Somebody is still cooking. Somebody is still growing, overcoming. I'm hearing overcoming their losses, but somebody's still needing to see things from a different perspective. Somebody's still healing. Let's take a look at energy that you don't see coming. Energy you don't see coming, and we will clarify this energy as well. And here's the King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles is reversed. So here we have somebody who's taking charge and control of their life. And then energy you don't see coming. Here's somebody who's kind of doing the opposite. Somebody who doesn't feel like they're in charge or in control. And they're doing things, maybe manipulative things, in order to feel safe again, or in order to feel like they have their life in order. Here's the Knight of Swords. Here's somebody coming forward with the truth. Somebody, I feel like somebody wanting to come and have a conversation with you, or you wanting to have a conversation with someone. It's like somebody maybe getting closure. Here's the Three of Cups. Closure after a falling out of some kind, social falling out. And here's the Six of Pentacles reversed. Six of Pentacles reversed is all about really not, sometimes it's about not spreading yourself too thin. But in this case, it's like just straight up not being generous with your time, energy, effort, love, money, information. It's like somebody's storming the castle with the truth after a falling out, but instead of it's almost like somebody's calling somebody out when they should be offering an apology, or like giving credit where credit is due, or whatever that saying is. Let's do a little clarification, Sag. King of Pentacles, please. The King of Pentacles reversed is the one who's coming with the Eight of Wands. They're coming forward to communicate. What about this Knight of Swords? Knight of Swords. This Knight of Swords is saying there's been some kind of illumination. I even feel like somebody's saying, oh, I've healed from this, but they haven't necessarily healed from this. But somebody's saying they have. They've figured some things out. They've gotten right with themselves. But there's still some kind of control thing that's going on here. I don't have control of my life, or I don't have control of my emotions, or let's look at this Three of Cups reverse, this falling out. This falling out led to silence. It led to silence. This falling out also happened because there were secrets. And coming back, not being generous. So somebody's coming back. They're saying they want to storm the castle with the truth. They don't tell the whole truth. They half illuminate what reality is, and they're still defensive. So it's kind of silly. So let's get some advice, Sag. What does Spirit want to tell you, Sagittarius? Five of Wands. This Five of Wands as advice is talking about being proactive, putting your best foot forward, even taking on the challenge of competition. Here's the Queen of Cups. So your angels and guides, your higher self, Spirit is talking about using your intuition. And here's the Four of Wands reversed. Using your intuition to feel into whether or not this foundation is completely overturned, and coming in with a lot of passion, but also this competitive energy. Ace of Cups and the Hanged Fae reversed. So this is like taking this action step forward, using your intuition. This is also talking about acknowledging a path that was kind of overturned, and this is talking about no longer having to sacrifice. I almost feel like that path was overturned, and this is saying it no longer has to be that way. Your advice is talking about this Ace of Cups reversed. All of this abundance, all of this love being dumped out. Your advice is talking about dumping things out that no longer serve you. This is talking about emotions too. It's talking about releasing emotions that have been held inside, maybe secretively, but no longer having to sacrifice, no longer having to keep secrets or keep emotions to yourself. One more advice for you, Sagittarius. This is also about taking a different path and using your intuition to ask your angels and guides to light the path for you. Diana, focused intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. Geez, that feels so defensive, but you've gotten the Eight of Wands twice. This is definitely about shooting those arrows to the target and making your mark. So that is a lot of communication, a lot of fast moving energy, fast action, and very well towards someone who is also intuitive and healing and nurturing. No longer having to sacrifice. I also feel like there's some truth that needs to come out. But there's also this feeling of lots of defensiveness. The truth needs to come out, but somebody is not focused on the truth. Or somebody doesn't want to talk about the truth somehow. I want more clarification on that, Sag. What is that about? Why all this communication if it's just going to be convoluted? Here's Temperance. You know, Temperance reversed for me is like poison in the water. Somebody wants to start a cycle up that's the same as it was before. Yep, there's the devil. Somebody's wanting to start something back up, and just like this Four of Wands is talking about kind of destroying the old path and going down a new one, going down a lit new path. And here's this poison in the water, going back to the old way things were, which doesn't make any sense. It's just the same old path that ended in Ten of Swords, most likely. And here's the Eight of Pentacles reversed. This is a pattern that someone has, and they just keep doing this over and over again, maybe with different people. Here's the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, exactly. They just switch gardens. They just switch energy, and then they go back to the old patterns, or like the old, they move on and then go back to the past paths. And here's the Eight of Cups. They like move on when they feel like they don't want to settle, but then they circle back around eventually, but it's with the same sick pattern that's never healed. Sheesh. Focused intention. Let's pull another one. Here's Pele, divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What is your true heart's desire? And that reminds me of all of those wands up there. There is definitely some kind of passion that you share with this person that you are thinking of. But being honest with yourself, what is it that you want out of this connection? Okay, Sag, that's what I have for you. I'll be back in a couple of days. See you later.